Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kat Wagwan. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for being here. So, there's a lot going on, and I'm going to try to make this real quick. But I'm going to give you a bit of an update on what's been happening. Oi, hold on. Maybe I can finish this vlog off like sitting down when I'm fully dressed. Give me a minute. Okay, there is a lot going on, and I'm trying to get dressed right now, so I'm gonna do this while talking to you. Last week, I was suffering from one of the most debilitating case of anxiety I've ever had in my life. Like I, I was so anxious, it wasn't even funny. It's been a while since I've been that anxious. Should I just put a sweater on? Because it's kind of hot. It's kind of cold, I should say. Yeah, I'm going to put a sweater on. Hold on. Yeah, but it was ridiculously just like crippling anxiety to the point where I feel like it could have gotten to depression. And I was just like, I can't stay in this space. I had to dig myself out of it. I have to get out of how I'm feeling and, do some things about it. The worst part about it is I wasn't the type of person that believed that anxiety was that serious. I felt like, okay, you have anxiety, but what really is it and how does it manifest itself and why are you feeling like that? Can't you just snap out of it? What's the problem? So many questions. Didn't have the answer to any of them, but you know, I was always kind of more sympathetic towards people who said they suffer from things like depression, like anxiety, and so on. I wasn't really the type of person to say, oh, you're not feeling this or you don't suffer from this or whatever. Hold on. Bing. This is what I'm in. Anyway, but that's me. I just wouldn't tell you you're not feeling a type of way that you say you're feeling, but I would always tell you you have to dig yourself out of it. That's always been my thing. Don't stay in something because the more you stay there, the worse you're gonna feel, and the harder it's gonna be to get out. So I always feel like try and actively do something even when it's feeling like when you're feeling like you can't move, you can't do this or that. So I'm just going to talk to you guys a little bit about it, and hopefully somebody can understand more about anxiety and how it can affect you, and the things that I use to get myself out of the place that I was in, and the things that I'm still using to this day. All right, so initially when this was happening to me, I didn't know what I was feeling. I was kind of confused as to what's going on with me. Why am I feeling this way? Why can't I stop feeling this way? Why am I so like, I'm just worrying about every single thing. I'm worrying about, it's just the most ridiculous things. I'll be driving, I'm worrying I'm gonna crash. I'll be walking, I'm worrying something's gonna fall on me. It was just the worst, like I was worried about people just like anything. If I was supposed to park, if I was supposed to park beside a van, I would worry that somebody's gonna snatch me and kidnap me in that van. Are you hearing me right now? It was ridiculous, the things that I was thinking in my head. But anyway, the definition for anxiety is, hold on. Let me get this because I want to make sure I have this right. Because I didn't even know what I was feeling or what I had. It's intense, excessive, and persistent worrying and fear about everyday situations. Fast heart rate, rapid breathing, sweating, and feeling tired may occur. Listen, I was feeling every single one of those things. Every single one of those things. And when I say I was tired, my body was drained. I was in the bed laying down from morning until night. Saturday, I was in my bed from Saturday morning. I slept the night and I woke up and I was just in the bed. Didn't shower, didn't want to eat, didn't want to do nothing until Saturday night. Are you hearing me? Didn't go outside and look for a sale. You guys know I would be looking for a sale now. Come on. I 100% hope you guys can hear me because I have the mic like cotched up right here. Just cotched up. But anyway, so I was just feeling this crippling feeling of fear. And as I'm saying to you guys, I really don't know how to explain it, what was going on, and why I was feeling the way I was feeling. It was just really like a crippling fear within my body. I would shake even sometimes. It was that bad. It was ridiculous. I don't understand it to this day, but I know what it is. I know what it is, which is better for me now. And I know how to help myself through it when I'm feeling it. But yeah, I was having such bad anxiety and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I was not this happy person that I know myself to be, which is why I didn't record. I took the week off because I didn't want to come here to be sad. Although probably it would have been good for me to just express myself, how I'm feeling, and be honest about what's going on. But at the same time, I didn't want to be sad. I don't like to bring sadness here. This is like my little diary, and we're having fun. I want to remember the good times of my life because life is so short. You never know what can happen. And I want this to be like a journal of the things that I used to do, the things that I'm, enjoying, at what time I'm enjoying them in life, and especially now because my mind changes so often. I'm a girl, and that's why that happens. I'm a girl. That's why that happens. But yeah, so I wanted to make sure this was just like a space for me to just be myself and be happy. And when I was looking in the mirror, I didn't recognize myself when I was having this anxiety, and I didn't want to bring that kind of feeling here. I don't know how to explain it, but and not that alone, but I just couldn't take the camera up to record. I couldn't. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't get out of bed. But anyway, let's get into it. So, how am I coping with this? Because I know somebody messaged me, a couple people messaged me. They were like, "Hey, we haven't seen a video from you. What's happening?" So, how am I coping? I got that question a lot. I am doing so much better now. It's not even funny. Way better. When I say way better, the smile is back. Wanting to go out to get the cheapness is back, and I'm okay. I'm feeling so much better now, and I credit that to my family, my friends that are around me, and God. It was so weird because when I was going through it, I was like, God, where are you? And I was looking up, I was like, man, if you don't show up right now. And I was trying to figure out what's going on and why I was feeling that way, so I was calling like, hey, hello, can you help me out a little bit? And I wasn't getting the answer I wanted at the moment, but and I think it's not that I wasn't getting the answer that I wanted, it's just that what I was hearing, I didn't want to hear. I didn't want to hear that. Some of the things that actually helped me through the anxiety when I was going through it in a bad space that I was in, I really wanted to go to the gym. I wanted to go to the gym. I wanted to move my body. I wanted to get back into a routine. I wanted to help myself get out of the stress and the fear that I was feeling. But going outside I was so fearful to go outside. I was scared of the people out there. The people out there scared me. And I didn't know what to do about it. And I was so afraid. And I didn't know who to talk to or who to explain it to, because even when I'm thinking to myself, should I explain this to somebody else or would they even understand? I was like, no, nobody's going to understand, which they would. It's just that I just didn't think anybody else had ever felt anything like this before. That's how we always feel. It's perspective. I promise you, it's perspective. The way you look at life, the way you look at people, it's perspective. You look at somebody and think that this person has bad intentions for you. That's what you're going to get. It's perspective. It's not real. It doesn't have to be real, but it's what your mind is telling you. Such a powerful thing, your mind. But yeah, so I started to go back to the gym. That helped me. I started to manage my worries, like the things I was worrying about, like take your time, one thing at a time, one day at a time, one step at a time. Don't do everything all at once because it's going to cause you a lot of stress and you're going to be panicking. You're not going to be able to complete this, complete that. One step at a time. Rome was not built in a day. You do not conquer a mountain by running up it in a minute or two. You have to take your time and one step at a time get to the top of that mountain. Okay? So manage my worries. I also was starting to keep a diary. Well, a diary in terms of not this video diary that we're doing here, but more of like a diary where I would write in my feelings. If I'm feeling something anxious about something, I'd write it down. But I also did burn them, or I would say, for instance, like tear it up when I'm done, because I just need to get the feeling out, but not necessarily have it out there, So I would burn it or something like that. I would pray. But I would have talks with God. I wouldn't pray like that. So let me be honest. I would have talks with God. Like, I'm not the type of person that I'm heavy in prayer. I'm heavy in talks. And maybe that is a form of prayer. But what I would do is I would like pray to him, like, Heavenly Father, do this, that, do my prayer. But then after that, when I'm going to bed, I would have talks with him. Like, this happened today. And and you saw in this, and you did not say nothing. Ridiculous, but I did have conversations with him and they were good. I appreciated them. I loved them a lot. And I also did deep breaths. I remember I called somebody one night on the phone. I was like, I'm having a panic attack. I'm having anxiety. I don't know how to. He's like, your breath is being cut off. Calm down. He's like, deep, breathe, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And even though I was like, it's not working, it's not working, he's like, just continue to do it, continue to do it. And it did work after a while. So shout out to you for helping me with that. I really appreciated it. Also, talking to someone, I found the people that I could talk to and that made me feel good about myself, about life. I'm telling you this, having good people in this world is so hard to find, and I'm blessed to have good people around me. I am blessed. I am thankful. I am grateful for them. And they know this. I love them all. I'm so happy to have good people, a good family. A lot of people can't say that. I have a good family. But I have a good family and amazing sister. And I'm just grateful for all of that. So, yeah, not getting too deep into that, you know? I used to think that people who said they have anxiety was a joke. Don't judge me because mostly I would hear people talk about anxiety. I never heard people talk about anxiety. It was just mostly talking about anxiety and how they have anxiety and this and that, and they can't do this, they can't go to work, they can't do that because they have anxiety. And I used to be like, this is such a joke. And I'm telling you, this is why God punished my ASS and gave it to me. Let me water my skin a little bit because, yes, necessary. I feel like that's why he punished me and gave it to me as well. Because he's like, you out here talking about only a certain person can have it? Let me show you something. And he gave it to me. Child, I was stressed, depressed, and having problems. I didn't know what to do about it. When I was talking to my friend on the phone, she was like, yeah, you have anxiety. She's a nurse. She's like, yeah, you have anxiety. You should try and help yourself through it first before you go to the doctor. Because when you go to the doctor, they're going to give you pills to help with the anxiety. So that's what I did. I tried to work myself through it. And apart from the constant worrying and stressing over the anxiety, and I know how stupid I sound and how dumb and crazy I sound because of talking about only and not have anxiety. But sometimes you hear things and you're like, only certain people you hear talking about stuff and you're like, oh, but it only affects certain people. So that's why I'm actually being honest and open with this as well, because I want people to know that you can have anxiety too, and you probably do have it. You just don't know that you have anxiety. You're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and depressed. You have it. You need help. The Lord can help you. You know what I mean? And a therapist. But you need the Lord. But yeah, so I'm over that phase and over that thought process. Such a narrow-minded concept. Dumb. When I was having anxiety, it's like I couldn't turn my brain off. Even when I was sleeping, it's like my brain wasn't completely like off. It was because the minute I woke up, it was the same thing, just like it's a panic, and I couldn't control it. And I had to do my little steps and get myself through it, and actually ground myself. I had to ground myself, like, you're here, you're okay, you're safe, this is all right, this is what's happening right now. Calm down, take time. What do you need to do now, next, and after that? And my job was contributing a lot to my anxiety as well. Like, my boss, I tell everybody this all the time, I feel like I can't spell the word "they" when I'm in front of my boss. And don't come and tell me it's because like it's intimidation. It's not. She's literally like, we're not gonna get into it. But if I was the only person saying this at my work or I work with, I would understand. But I'm not. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. So when I was talking to people about everything I was going through, they were telling me, "Hey, you need things to do to counteract the way you're feeling in the moment." And I wrote down a list of things that I would do. So when I feel an anxiety attack coming on, because I could feel it. I could be like, I'm going to have an anxiety attack. I'm going to have a panic attack, I should say. I'm going to have a panic attack. My anxiety is acting up and I'm going to have a panic attack. That's exactly what I'll say. Like, my anxiety and I'm going to have a panic attack. And you'll see me be like, I'm about to have it. I'm about to have it. And it's coming on. Immediately feel like I want to poop. Immediately feel like I want to go to the bathroom. I need to go let it out. It's either poop or throw up. And I would start sweating and my ears would feel hot and I feel like I can't help myself. I can't control myself. I just want to move. Let me out. Get me away from here. And I don't know where am I going? What am I going to do? Who am I running to? And I don't know, but it was just a weird feeling that I would have. I would do affirmations to help me feel better. when I am having my whole anxiety attack, I would do affirmations to help me feel better. And I would talk to myself, you are safe. Like I said before, you are okay. Everything is all right. You're not gonna like get into an accident, because I started having that feeling like, and I'm telling you, most of this is stemming from my accident that I had. I'm telling you, most of it is stemming from the accident that I had. I just didn't see it coming and I got that hit, and it just like, oh, especially when I'm driving, you're okay, you're safe, you're not going to be in an accident, it's completely fine, there's nothing wrong, just continue to drive, breathe, pay attention to the road, it's all right. And I would do stuff like that and tell myself, calm down, calm down, calm down. And I would say things like, I am okay, I am free, I am well, I can do this, I am doing my best. I would say to myself, let go of the past. Don't think about the past. Don't think about what happened in the past. Just think about what's going to be the future. You're going to your destination. Everything is all right. All of that, and some more, like a crazy, but it's true. Like I said, I know where this is coming from. Initially, I didn't know where it was coming from, but I started to think back, and I think it's coming from actually my accident. It's coming from my work, me going back to school because I'm doing school again and so on, and 100% from my job, and not my job, but my boss. Because I feel like whenever she's not there, I'm so okay and I'm so happy with life and my work. So it's not my job itself, it's just my boss. I saw a quote online where they say, great managers lead great teams. And I agree. When it comes to my driving, I am especially working through that. Especially working through that, not being so scared on the road, not being so afraid like I'm gonna die, or like just calm down, just breathe, just relax. I'm working through that a lot, and hoping like I get better. I am better already. Like I feel better. I feel way better. Let me not say hoping I get better, because I feel way better right now. It's just that hopefully it doesn't happen again. And I don't know if it ever will, but fingers crossed it doesn't. You know? But there's some things that I would advise anybody who's going through this to try. And let me not say advise, but things that I have tried. The 3-3-3 rule, which is whenever I'm feeling an anxiety attack coming on, and I had to look this up. I had to look things up to help me with anxiety. So this was one of them. And it's a 3-3-3 rule. It's like name 3 things that you hear, move 3 body parts, and name 3 things that you can see. It'll take your mind off what you're feeling, right? And also, ooh, 5-5-5 game, right? Which is breathe in for 5 seconds, breathe out for 5 seconds, hold the air in for 5 seconds. So, calm yourself down by doing that. It'll take your mind off anything else and help you to just focus on what you're doing in the moment, which is like breathing in, breathing out, calming yourself. So I'll do stuff like that. And especially trying to like tell yourself and calm yourself down is a really important thing when it comes on to this. So those are just some of the things I would do. And that was actually what I was going through last week. Tough. One piece of advice I would give you if you are suffering from anxiety is to find your triggers. Find what triggers you. Like I know for me, when it comes onto the road, sometimes people driving recklessly, it does trigger me now. And sometimes it's very hard, but whatever triggers you, try to stay away from that. And if you have to go around it, just try to manage your anxiety, manage the level or the amount of times you are in the presence of that, or you have to go in that space. Just try to manage it. And if it's something that you do on a daily that does trigger you, like me, I have my job and it does trigger me when I have to deal with my boss, because she is a trigger for me. So I limit my interactions with her. I literally do. I limit my interactions with her. And even if there's something that I really want clarification on, I really would not ask her. So it's making it kind of hard for me at the moment. But I just don't want to be in that position. I don't want to be in her presence. And when it comes down to driving as well, I try my best like to make sure I'm watching. I'm always just watching. Oh, sorry, you can't hear me. Yeah. But when it comes down to driving, I watch. I always am just watching what's going on, because you never know. My mom says you have to drive for yourself and everybody in the road, not just you. And that's a word. It's a fact and it's a word. So that's what I try to do now. Just be real vigilant as I possibly can be. Promise, the other night I was driving home and I looked up and I saw the stoplight swinging. I was like, is this going to be some Final Destination stuff and it's going to fall on me? And I'm like, Kathy, what are the odds that it falls on you? I'm like, it will, because it's me. But I just try to take my mind off that. Anyway, That's what I mean when I tell you I'm just worrying about things that I don't need to worry about. But here I am worrying. If you are going through anxiety, talk to someone, because if you don't talk to someone, if you don't get it out, if you don't have some comfort and some peace, anxiety can quickly turn into depression, and you don't want them problems. You don't want depression. Trust me. Depression is a monster. It's a beast. It eats you up and spits you out, and it's very hard to fight depression. You know what I mean? It's not just the, oh, I'm feeling sad today. It's like I'm feeling sad always. It's not just, oh, I feel like I can't do this today. It's debilitating. You can't move at all. So fight it as much as and as best as you can, and just get it out of the way, because it's horrible. It's horrible. So get some help. Go to a therapist. If you don't have any family members, if you don't have any friends that you feel like you can trust, go to a therapist. And I also want to get rid of the stigma that we have in this community, thinking that people like us do not suffer from things like anxiety, from depression, from panic attacks. Yes, we do. It does happen. It doesn't just happen to people like this. It happens to us as well. And we have to take that into consideration, and we have to be kinder to each other. I feel like we're just not kind to each other. So tough, but we're not kind to each other, which is what I really am appreciating about my circle now and the people that are around me. We're so kind to each other. Like right now, especially trying to be better human beings. All of us are genuinely on our journey to be better individuals, better human beings. And we're trying, and we're battling, and we're fighting, and we're doing things to try and be better. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy, and I'm not saying we're going to change overnight. And I'm not saying that things will be great just overnight, but we are trying, which is a plus in my book, always. Hold on. The next time I do this hair, I'm going to cut these bangs properly. Because sometimes I have them and they look so long. They aren't the size or the shape that I wanted them to be to shape my face. But anyway, so yeah, just do that, and be around people who are supportive. When you're going through stuff like this, you need support. Support, and more support. You can't have enough. It's never too much. Kelly Clarkson, I remember, she had a song. It was called Beautiful Disaster, and that's how I felt when I was going through anxiety. I felt like a beautiful disaster. I don't know if the song was hers or she remade the song or whatever, but don't know what he's after, but he's so beautiful. He's such a beautiful disaster. And if I don't hold on, all the pain and the laughter, would it be beautiful? Oh, such a beautiful disaster. He's beautiful. Oh, he's so beautiful. He's beautiful. Anyway, that was Beautiful Disaster by Kelly Clarkson. Or I'm not sure who did it, but she remade it. So, yeah, amazing. Love the song. But yeah, take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. I remember when I was talking to Kamisha about this, she said, take care of your mental health. That was the number one advice she gave to me. She's like, take care of it. I don't care what it is, and I don't care how silly it looks. Take care of your mental health. Take care of you. Do things that make you happy and feel good about yourself. And that's what I did. And that's what I'm continuing to do right now. And this is one of them. I love talking with you guys and having fun with you guys and just sharing what I am going through. And, hopefully I can help somebody else out there with what they're going through. So, yeah. Anyway, bye guys. I promise to put out more videos. I'm going to continue on this little journey that we have going on right here. Yeah. And I appreciate the support. I'll see you. Bye guys.